check that girl, because she don't want to lose. She don't want to lose. You take control of it, y'all. Don't take me over. I'm up there, big dog.
Welcome back to Man vs. Mike. This is your boy, Mr. Snapasode. Wanted to get y'all some more content. As I promised, I get y'all videos a lot more often, a lot quicker. Let's get into the next topic though. Before we get started, if you haven't followed me yet, please follow, subscribe below. Go follow me on the Last But Not Least podcast. You should be following me there and here and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to spread the wealth. Usher being named the King of Pop. I don't know how many of you guys have been watching Club Shay Shay since the Cat Williams thing, but Shannon Sharpe, who is the ex-host of the Undisputed Show, has been lighting the internet on fire, the world on fire in a sense, where he's been getting in some quality interviews, right? And Cat Williams came on there and really put him on the map as it pertains to, just being an interviewer, and being a safe space for people to come tell their truths or whatever like that, right? So Cat Williams came on, and the last episode I think he dropped was Usher, right? Usher came on because, as you guys know, Usher will be performing at this year's Super Bowl. Part of that is like a prep, right? It's like a media tour where you kind of want to get your name out there and everybody's kind of, buzzing about what you're doing and everybody's excited. I think he has an album coming out the day after the Super Bowl or something like that. So he's making his press run, right? Trying to build up the buzz for the show and for his album. And at one point in time during the interview, Shannon Sharpe looks to Usher and Ralphie reads off one of his cards and he's like, you're the king of R&B. And as I'm watching this interview in real time, I'm like, no, the fuck you ain't. Like,
shut your stupid ass up.
Okay, let's take it back a little bit, right? Usher has dropped, 7 albums or so? Okay, let's count it out. He had one album that came out like 94, which is like his debut album. Don't remember the name of it, but it was like 94 came out. It wasn't necessarily the most memorable album, right? Then you got My Way came out. My Way had some hits on it. Had about, 3-4 hits on it, respectfully, you know what I mean? And after My Way came out, I think My Way came out like 97. 8701 came out, right? You see how long the gap is between those two projects, right? And undeniably, 8701 had You Don't Have to Call, You Got It Bad, had some hits on it, right? You Remind Me. And then after 8701 came out, Confessions came out, and everybody knows Confessions is like the best R&B album probably of that decade, if we're just going to keep it a buck, right? And I can't take that from him, right? But the next album I think was Here I Stand. That might have came out in 2007 or 2008ish, somewhere around there. It had Love in His Club. That was like the hit on that record. And then after that he came out with I believe it was Usher versus Usher. So I mean, in all, Usher has really one classic album, right? One classic album. He got some good hits, but the king of R&B? Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm gonna say.
Y'all
R. Kelly, clearly. Like, it's not even close, bro. It's not even for debate, right? And part of the reason why I can't even put Usher in that category is Usher don't really write his own music. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got good writers. He got good writers and good producers that give him songs, right? He's of the Beyonce status, you know what I'm saying? Where he just has to be good vocally and they'll give him the record. R. Kelly pins these records from scratch, and then he pins it for multiple artists. You've never heard of Usher writing for another artist, you know what I'm saying? I can't even say I've heard of a song that he wrote by himself. Not to say that he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? No shade, but to say that he's the king of R&B, I don't even know. I can't even say that would be held true to today, because if you look at it now, maybe in the night, he hasn't been the king of R&B in no decade, bro. Like, there's been no decade where you were just like, yeah, Usher is better than every other R&B singer. Like right now, I think there's an argument that can be made. Chris Brown has more hits than Usher in the last 15 years. We're just gonna be honest with yourself. Like, and I know a lot of y'all Usher fans, y'all gonna be mad at me, but let's keep it a buck. Chris Brown has way more songs out, more albums out. He's been more consistent. Usher comes out, every time the Locusts come out. I think it's like every 7 years he'll drop a project and he'll have a couple of good records on there, but I don't think king of R&B. Come on, bro. What you got? 8 albums, and at least 2 of them were forgettable. Whatever record he had with Climax on it, I think that was like the only song he had on there was Climax, and maybe Papers. But other than that, like, he had a couple of albums that was just like, okay, what the fuck is this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? So no, I wouldn't say King of R&B. You know, I think he's very talented. But if you had to do it, you have to acknowledge that R. Kelly, despite his current situation, despite his freedom being taken away from him for the foreseeable future, he's still the king of R&B. Like, and to just overlook him, I thought was a little disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Just me personally. So what do y'all think? Right? Is Usher your favorite artist? Is he the king of R&B? What's your favorite Usher record? Put it in the comments below. And if he's not the king of R&B, who do you think's the king of R&B? You know who I think the king of R&B is? Mr. 12 Play. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment below. I'm gonna get this out to y'all. We're gonna get some more content coming for y'all soon. As always, please subscribe, share with your family, friends. And if you want to get on the show, you want to go on the Last But Not Least podcast, please hit me up. I'm taking all DMs. We can get you on the show. You can pick the topic. We don't mind. You know, we just want to create more content for you guys. So until then, we'll see you later. It's that Snapasode. I'm out.